What is up, awesome people? Today I'm going to be looking at a little bit of a, well, it was supposed to be a research thing, but more of a curiosity thing. And that was what happens when you run out of room in all of your PC boxes, and that includes aisle, whatever it's called for, the Pelago where you put your eggs in and everything. So I went through, I spent about 4 days hatching eggs and doing like, maybe some Pokemon catching at the Pelago if any Pokemon popped up. So if we go into my PC and just bring up every single box, you'll see, yep, all my boxes are full. They're full of Beldums mostly and a couple of boxes of Jangmo. I have mostly Beldums because I was doing the Beast Ball Beldum breeding, which I did cover a little bit on my live stream in regards to like details, but we mostly saw like Jangmo breeding on my live stream. But as you can see, like they're chockers, they're full. I can't do any more. Like, they're all my 5IV Beldums and their Beast Balls. There's all my Jangmos with like 5IVs but the wrong natures, and there's like a whole bunch of mist. There's like extra Pokemon here that I've got miscellaneously throughout my playthrough for Pokemon Sun. Whole bunch of randoms. I think like down here there's like all my 5IVs that have the right nature. Look, there's a few eggs down there that I haven't hatched just yet, but I don't think there's any point because it's going to be the same end result anyways. So what happens when the boxes get absolutely chocklers? Well, let's have a look at eggs first. What happens when we get chockers? Can we receive any more eggs? So we'll go through, say yes, and then it goes, oh, your party is full. Please come back after you're making space for the egg. So it's kind of what it said in the previous generations, where if you had a full team and you went to receive an egg, it'll say, oh, you need to make room in your party before you go receive another egg. Alright, so that's pretty plain and simple. So that happens. What about when we go to actually catch a Pokemon? What happens there? This I'm actually quite curious about because I actually haven't done this myself, and I'm assuming it's going to say the same thing that it said back in Generation 2. If anyone can remember that at all, that's a long time ago, but if anyone's played Generation 2 recently, they would remember that the PC boxes could only hold a certain amount of Pokemon, and then it would say you cannot catch any more Pokemon until you change boxes or whatever. I think Generation 1 may have done this as well. I never really did that much catching in Generation 1, so I wouldn't really know myself, but Generation 2 definitely did it. So if we went through and to use a Pokeball, we won't even bother like lowering the Lillipup down or anything like that. So where is my Pokeballs? I know I got some. Have I got no Pokeballs? There we go. I was going to say, have I got no Pokeballs? And there we go. It says there is no room left in the PC. So you cannot even throw Pokeballs. So same thing there. It basically does a Generation 2 and says no, you cannot catch any more Pokemon until you make room in your PC, or at least change boxes. So we'll run away from the battle there. So we've done Pokemon and we've done the Lillipups. So basically, it will not let you catch any more Pokemon. Pretty plain and simple. Like, I kind of thought it'd be doing something like that. I thought I'd just test the waters. Anyways, what about Pokepelago? There was one main reason why I was actually doing this little test, and it was a little thing that sparked my curiosity in Pokepelago, and that was when you come here and he goes, oh, you have so many Pokemon, I've got to do my best to try and keep up with all these Pokemon. And I was thinking maybe the more Pokemon you have in your Pokemon box, the more Pokebeans you'll get. And it's something along those lines. He says you need to feed more Pokebeans or something. So as you can see here, I've got a fair amount of Pokebeans already. I haven't checked my Pelago in about a couple of hours. So it's about my normal ratio of Pokebeans. So does it affect Pokebean ratio? No, it does not, unfortunately. So no extra Pokebeans for having a whopping 955 Pokemon in your box. That is the maximum amount of Pokemon. So another thing to note as well, yes, there is still 32 boxes left in the PC. There's no more extra, and that was the same in Pokemon X and Y and Oris as well, which is kind of disappointing since we did get a few more Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So that's the maximum amount of boxes. No, it doesn't affect Pokebeans. And to even go through, like, I've even gone through and put some eggs in Isle of Vu. Again, that was to try and take some Pokemon out of my box. I mean, heck, I could have gone even further and put Pokemon into Isle's Evil Up. Wouldn't have made any difference again, because all I had to do was go through and get another 18 eggs, and that would have made any difference to the Pokemon in box counter, I do believe. But yeah, that's pretty much what happens when you have a full box. And I think I even mentioned it on live stream. I was going to try and, figure out what happens when you get a maximum amount of Pokemon in the box. But that's what happens. But normally you wouldn't get that because you got something like Pokemon, a Pokemon Bank. Whereas in the previous generations, there's been like Pokemon Ranch for 4th generation. Then you had 3rd generation was Pokemon Box. And then 2nd generation or 1st generation had Pokemon Stadium. Whereas 5th generation, I'm not really too sure if they had an external storage system. But yeah, that's just a random curiosity I had. Curiosity killed the cat. I ended up doing it. So as I said, it only took me about 4 days to fill up my entire PC. And you get nothing. It doesn't affect Pelago whatsoever, and it's kind of just for the lols, I guess. So now, after I've done this video and uploaded it, I'm gonna have to spend hours now releasing all my rejects. So, hardcore breeding to the absolute max, but I got very little results out of it, besides getting up my egg counter to absolute max, and a lot of amazing Pokemon, I guess. Like, as I said, these are all my 5IV Jagmos, and then there's like more here. And then if you like go to one of my other boxes, there's like 6 IVs and everything, which if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen that as well. But other than that, there's not really much else for me to really talk about on this subject. But anyways, as I said, this is kind of just like a curiosity thing that got the best of me, and just kind of showing off what happens when you do have maximum amount of Pokemon possible in your PC. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's something really random. So all of my normal schedule will return back in 2017. As I said, I do have some stuff in the making. I'm currently in the process of scripting everything up for some future guides and everything. Let's Plays will be also returning in 2017 as well, when all that is ready to go. So look forward to it. And if I don't talk to everyone before the new year, Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you've had a good 2016, and hopefully 2017 will be even better. So until then, this is Lady KrimZen, who's going to be spending the next 3 hours probably releasing Pokemon, saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!